Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports for today's final Six Nations 2021 preview as Scotland take on France this weekend on Friday in the big decider. And it's France going there, hosting them, and they have to win by a very big margin. So this is the scenario. This is how France can win the Six Nations. They have to beat Scotland with a bonus point. That part is non-negotiable. And then, after that, either win by a 21-point margin or score 6 tries. That is the task that France face. If they win by a 20-point margin and score 5 tries, the entire championship is shared. But if they win by a 20-point margin and they only score 4 tries, they will lose. Wales will claim the Six Nations title. If they do not win by 20 points or more, they will lose the Six Nations tournament. And if they do not score 4 tries, they will lose. Well, not lose, but Wales will win the Six Nations tournament. So that is the scenario. That is what Scotland have to do. They have to ensure that France do not pretty much decimate them. So basically, if Scotland can keep it down to a reasonably low-scoring affair, it will favour Wales, and Wales will be the ones claiming the title. And a couple of changes, I think 4 changes for Scotland and 5 changes for Scotland, 4 changes for France. So before we get into the actual teas, please do smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Very exciting news yesterday with the British and Irish Lions tour being confirmed that they want to have it in South Africa and that they remain committed to coming to South Africa, which is really, really cool. We wait and see if we're going to have be allowed fans in there, but regardless of what the situation is, we will be covering it. We will be on the ground in the stadiums if we can be, otherwise right here, making sure that you will get as close to the tour as you can. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel to get the best of that. And if we look at the teams, we'll start with the home side. And there are a big change there is at number 10, where Romaine Ntamack comes in for the injured Jalabert, who's been fantastic the entire tournament. But what a replacement to come in. I mean, Ntamack was nominated last season for the player of the championship, as such was the form he was in. And he would have been the starting flower for the championship had he not been ruled out with a jaw injury. So he comes in. But if we look at the changes, the big change of the new lock combination, Paul Willemse has received a 2-match ban for his eye-gouging incident against Wales and is out of this match. Bernard Leroux, who was injured before and was unavailable a couple of weeks ago, who was the usual partner to Paul Willemse, comes in and he'll be partnered by Swan Rebach, who comes off the bench there, and Romaine Ntamack is going to be on the bench. And in terms of the loose trio, the other change there is Anthony Gelange is referred to Dylan Creighton. He comes into the starting lineup. Charles O'Donnell will obviously captain the side. And in the back line, we're seeing a bit of positional changes. Arthur Vincent comes in at inside centre, which sees Gael Fickou actually move to the wing. So we're looking at the side. Cyril Bell, Julien Marchand, Mohamed Houas. That's the same front row. Bernard Leroux, Swan Rebach, Anthony Gelange, Charles Olivon, Gregory Aldred is a very, very good loose trio. I think Gregory Aldred's probably been the form number 8 of the entire competition. We will be doing a team of the tournament next week. So if you have any nominations, drop them down in the comments below right now. And then Antoine Dupont, who's been sublime, assuring for the team in the tournament, will partner Ntamack. Gael Fickou, Damien Penaud are the 2 wings. Teddy Thomas dropped to the bench. Arthur Vincent partners Virumi Vakatawa and Bryce Dulan, who's also been brilliant, keeps his jersey at full back. On the bench, Camille Chat, Jean-Baptiste Gros, Uni Antonio, Romain Ntamack, and Dylan Creighton, Baptiste Serene, Anthony Boutier, and Teddy Thomas will provide backup when needed. It's a very good French side, and I think, for Jalabert to be injured and something like Ntamack to come in, it really is, you're not losing any quality there whatsoever. Very interested to see how Gael Fickou gets on the wing. Been very good at centre during the championship, but Arthur Vincent's also very good, promising player, so it'll be nice to see him back in that starting lineup there as well. Bryce Dulan's in fantastic form, so I think it's going to be a very, very interesting game. We've seen France who, when they play well, very open, very attacking nature, and they can score a lot of points. So it comes down to this Scottish side to try and stop them for those Welsh supporters out there. A couple of changes to the Scottish side. First of all, a new halfback pairing. We've got Ali Price, who is back, as is Finn Russell, who was injured, which sees Stuart Hogg revert back to fullback. Chris Harris comes in the centres in place of Hugh Jones, who drops to the bench. In the pack, George Turner gets to start as David Cherry drops to the bench. So it's a pretty settled Scottish side, and probably close to being their strongest side. So we'll be looking at the front row. Rory Sutherland, George Turner, Xander Ferguson, Sam Skinner, Glenn Gilchrist are the 2 locks. Jamie Ritchie, Hamish Ferguson, who's also been brilliant. A whole different sort of side we saw him last week. Assisting tries, not necessarily the hard-hitting, hard-tackling player. He is also on supposed to be some freak tackle run where he hasn't missed tackle in so many matches. And then Matt Ferguson is at number 8. Ali Price and Finn Russell, as I said, the new halfback combination there. Finn Russell, probably a last opportunity for him to try and stake a claim for a potential Lions call-up. Then Duan van der Merwe, he's somebody who must be on the Lions radar. He is, I think he tops the tackle break statistics for the entire tournament. He's been in really good form. And him and Darcy Graham are the two wings. And then Sam Johnson partners Chris Harris in the midfield. Stuart Hogg is back at number 15. So, having Finn Russell and Stuart Hogg there, it's a lot of attacking talent, and that can definitely help Scotland try and pound on a couple of points against France. Then on the bench, David Cherry drops to the bench. Ollie Campbell comes back in. Simon Bergen, Alex Craig, Nick Hayning. Scott Steele drops to the bench. Adam Hastings is back, and Hugh Jones will get a chance off the bench as well, dropping as Chris Harris comes in there. So again, it's a pretty settled Scottish side, and I think it's definitely a Scottish side. They're not going to be easy to beat. France. If France want to go and win the Six Nations, they need to put on a brilliant performance. They need to put on the best performance of the tournament, because it's a decent Scottish side. This is a Scotland side that did beat England, and that England side then beat France. Playing different sort of levels of rugby at the time, but regardless, that'll be in the back of France's mind. We got beaten by a side that this side beat. So yeah, and I think for Scotland, it's a nice opportunity for them to try and make a big statement. If they can go and maybe pip France, or it would get close a nice scoreline, it'll just build their confidence. As I said, I think seeing a Scottish side which are getting a lot better. There are some very good players now. I think Finn Russell, Duan van der Merwe, Stuart Hogg, Hamish Watson, even sort of Rory Sutherland, they could be pushing for Lions call-ups. I think we're going to see a lot more Scottish players in the Lions setup than we probably have seen in the past. So very interested to see how they get on there. Kickoff is at 10 o'clock British Standard Time. We will be live for it, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Come hang out with us. We'll obviously have a review out after the game, as well as we find out who will take the Six Nations titles. So let me know who you think is going to happen. Can France do the impossible? Can Scotland hold them at bay? Will Wales be walking out with the title? Let me know down in the comments. Smash a like on the video. Do subscribe to the channel. My name is Steven. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you very soon.